Hey everybody, and welcome to a new episode of...
Oh, it'd be like that. No, just playing.
I was about to say for a second, like, what?
No, I'm just fucking with you.
This is a terrible joke.
Like that.
Hey, we're here. We're live once again. And hi everybody out there in podcast land as well.
And Twitter and YouTube. Or
and all those
you
places. We're
or listen.
we're doing it live. On this lovely Saturday afternoon.
Yep.
I even got a box all ready for you downstairs for more comics.
Oh, I saw that.
Ooh.
I think that since knowing that we're supposed to be splitting this money with listens to the podcast, I say we do another storage fee.
Another storage fee. Well, hopefully it's not. I mean, if it's another it's
$100.
Here's a 40. Oh, you're talking about the last box?
Well, yeah.
Well, I was talking about this box.
Oh,
say if this box was like a, it's like a $40 box or something. You're like, oh, okay, whatever. But it's like this one happens to be the $2,000 box, and we've already agreed that this is storage fees. Hey, you know what's open now? Money, 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 money.
We're heading straight to the strip club.
We're gonna go see Alexis. Come to the stage right now.
Now coming out, Honeydew.
Girls, girls, girls.
Honeydew hails from the Midwest and
she's trying to make her way through nursing school. Let's give it up for Honey.
Surprisingly, though, she's not a single mom. Yet.
You could make her one tonight.
Girls. Come on, fellas. Go out there and support those single mothers.
That's right. Give them your dollar bill, y'all. Woo!
This is P and the B live at the Beaver Clutch.
The Beaver Clutch. Oh, my God.
So, speaking of beavers and stuff like that.
Clutch. What is that new type of purse? Come around. It's a little furry, got little teeth on the end.
Oh no! So like I said, I was playing this morning, but I wasn't streaming. But Josh was streaming this morning.
That's good.
And in the middle of us streaming, though, I don't know what it got brought up, but like those real sex dolls.
Oh Jesus Christ!
And we were talking about like I said, I go, I'm not interested in fucking one. But I'm interested in what it actually feels like. To, actually touch.
You want to know what it touches? And
yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Well, okay, so it's probably some type of like silicone-ish thing, and that if you really, really wanted, the easiest way to probably feel what the insides feel like without feeling what the insides feel like, if you catch my drift, would be to like go to a place that like sells a fleshlight. Because I'm pretty sure the inside of that, if you were to take your finger, that it would feel just like the doll.
Mm. Well, so next thing you know, I'm on the website looking up,
Jesus.
Let's see what kind of features. They go into some fucking detail, bro.
It goes crazy. I'm telling you.
Oh, for an extra this, you can do a boob size. Different boob size. For this, you can customize what kind of nipple.
I'm logging into the background that on my Facebook page that somebody posted in the Woody Show fan group that if it wants to fucking load, everything's slow. Internet sucks. I just don't want to go too down. But somebody had a thing with like pictures, and if I can just get to the pictures, then it will. It's nothing like graphic because, of course, it's like Facebook unless they took it down. But some guy had like a birthing thing with his sex dolls, and it looks terrible. These people and all their fucking posts. The group finally went. Man, the group finally went private, right? Because Facebook's weird algorithms all of a sudden were like, oh, well, we're going to make every public group, no matter what it is, anybody can comment on things, they can report things, they can do all this stuff. Like, if you weren't a part of the group and you liked a post, it would send me and all the other admins and moderators a notice that says, "Oh, hey, Patrick, he wants to participate," even though you just liked it.
Yeah.
And then that was it. That was all you needed to be in the group. Now we set the settings so that if you did that, then you'd still have to get approval to post in the group, right? But the base is just anybody can. You like a post, you're part of the group now. No. And that's it. And then it was allowing everybody and their mom to report stuff. So there's that really stupid question that's been going around for a while. The last TV show that you watched is the name of your penis or vagina.
I saw that one.
And
we talked about that too this morning.
Are reporting that like crazy.
Why?
And they're all above 60. They're reporting it. That's what I said. I was like, why? Why? And every day we were getting upwards of 30 to 40 reports. And if you keep reporting it, then it could take the group down as public. But private now, people have to know how to find us, so we won't get seen as much. But that shit has already completely stopped.
I don't want my husband's penis to be named Murder, She Wrote.
Oh, look. There's some... I
Whoa.
skipped them really fast. This thing... I like this mouse a lot, but when you scroll up too much, there's a bunch of merkins.
My vagina is not called the Golden Girls.
Maybe it got taken down by somebody.
Whippersnappers.
So
don't say that my penis is called the Andy Griffith Show.
Oh, and somebody reported this one too. They reported this as bullying.
What does not really?
Yes.
Was it vegan?
No, I don't think it was vegan, but it was somebody.
What does not go on a hamburger?
Bacon.
None of it.
Mustard.
No, what do you mean? Any of it can go on a hamburger. It's what's your preference?
Yeah. Though this kind of looks like an apple, but I know it's a tomato. But that does not belong. These two don't belong. Tomatoes.
No,
and pickles.
but it's not that they don't belong. That's just not what you prefer.
That's my preferred thing.
God, you're a bully.
Yeah, I know. I'm such a bully.
So, anyways, now we're looking up pricing.
I'm trying to find this thing, but you continue.
Yeah, we were trying to find pricing, and then not to actually buy one, but just to see what things cost. But like the freaking shit that you can just change, like nipple color and size, and you could pick what vagina you want. And they had different ones. They had one that was called Lupe or something like that, and it was like. I was like, ew, that looks like it's been ran through before.
Jeez. That was the name of my grandmother.
Yeah, well, that's not why I brought it up. That's just what it was called. What do you want me to do?
Maybe it's named after some other loopy person.
Yeah. But anyways, it was just funny.
Wouldn't that be weird that you decide that I'm going to go with this because this is the model that I want? These are the vaginas that I want. I want double vaginas, by the way.
Double vagina.
And then these are the boobs. And then you go and you look at the name, and it's actually the one that you want. And it's like your mom or your sister's name or, It
was weird because some was just like, it would be like something one, like choice 1, choice 2. And then there was actual names for something. So, like, I'm almost wondering if, like, they had someone model, like a, porn star or something. And
could be.
Yeah.
Let's see. There's a lot. With the family mode, I don't know. This might be old stuff. I was looking. See, these things look really. Here, I'm going to go to browser view for a second, just so that you can see. Like, this is from 2018.
Family mode.
But family mode. I know this is that hangs out with his kids. His sex doll hangs out with his kids. This man has fucking kids.
Dude, it's a family mode. So it's like, hey, kids, do you need help with your homework? Hey, kids,
do you like violence? No, not that family mode. Not that family mode.
You want to see me stick your dad's penis in the eyelids?
Who put this on an Eminem mode? Come on. Gotta get it off that. Oh, man. They don't. Oh, they have video of it, but
whatever.
Oh,
either way, it was
Jesus
just a
Christ.
weird rabbit hole we kind of went down to. So next, we're looking up and then what it would actually cost to do some of this shit.
Here's
like the base model. Like you could pick a model of it, and without adding any extra, it was like $6,000 something.
That's terrible. This is a Florida mom after her 8-year-old daughter's image is stolen and turned into a sex doll. That's
What?
terrible. We see you using an ad blocker. Yeah, because I don't want your ads. But, yeah, you can really, 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 really customize your sex doll if you want to.
Yeah. Well.
So if you're a chubby chaser and you want to go after the fat doll, you can.
Yeah. Well, you're paying more for pound, I guess.
I guess so. It pays to want fat.
It's ridiculous.
Such an odd conversation to have this early in the morning. Because for those that don't know, when Josh streams on the weekend, it's 7 o'clock our time.
Yeah,
which is like 10 o'clock his
But
time.
you say weird conversation to have in the morning, but you got to remember, Josh is 3 hours ahead and Brig is 2.
Yeah, no, that's what I was
saying.
saying.
We were playing. This was more around 9 our time or 9:30 our time.
It's still early.
10. Yeah, but we're also talking about me, so my brain is always kind of clicking like that. So,
well, I got some questions that we're gonna do real fast in a little bit after our little intros, just to stimulate the brain and see where you would go.
Oh shit!
We're gonna do some Would You Rather.
Okay.
To start the show. So, how have you been?
It's been a fucking hell 2 weeks, bro. It's been. I'm glad we had that 3-day weekend. I needed it. It was so. I'm not going to get too deep into work shit, but basically, the guy I've been working with for 10 years, up and left, quit, moved to the competition. It's been confirmed. I already had my suspicions. Everybody did, but nothing was.
Well, of course,
nothing was set in concrete. So, but it's official now, and it just sucked because you've been working with this guy for so long. He taught you a lot of shit. And it's not just a work relationship. It was a personal relationship. And then I'm never going to talk to the guy again, or we're not friends no more. No, not at all. But it just sucked. Like, you're talking to customer, or you're sending people to customers to make sure they don't get stolen. And it's like, you almost feel like you're betraying someone, but it's not, because he's going to do what he needs to do for this new company he works for. And I got to do what I got to do.
Now, is this company, I'm not going to ask a lot of deep information, but is this new or is it existing?
No, I believe they're existing, but they're kind of moving into this area.
Okay.
Kind of thing. So, from what I understand. So, other thing though is that now I'm under the microscope, like if I'm leaving.
Because of the way that you came into this job.
Yes.
But you would think after somebody that's worked there as long as you have already without jumping around.
I can understand, because in a sense though too, because that's what a lot of people see when we left the other company. Okay, so the company we worked for, his dad owned, and he had a partner. They decided to sell to this other company. That company was horrible to work for. I worked for it for 4 months, and I was like, I'm out. I had they say a foot out the door. I had a leg out the door. Like, I was just ready to go. I'd take a lower paying job.
That shit?
Huh?
I said road runnering that shit? I can't say that word for
road
some reason.
runnering. Road runnering. Yeah. But, I was willing to take a lower paying job. I'm ready to get out of here. And then he started working at this company. He was there a week, brought me over, and, we basically took all our customers. Well,
yeah.
Now the assumption is, because, like I said, I'm not going to get too far into it, but basically everything he was saying, he's happy, he's not going anywhere, blah, blah, blah. I'm saying the same things, and so it's like you're hearing the thing, but it's just put a lot of stress on me, put it that way. My friends out along this 2 weeks, my friends out in Indiana, we were just talking about Josh and Alex, they had to put their dog down. They had a puppy, 13 years. That's hard. And it sucks because, what are you going to do? You can't do nothing to make them feel better.
No.
But, you hurt because they're hurting.
You just, I mean, I think they're taking it well from what I can see so far. Yeah. It's rough when you have something for that long, and it's like, was that their first dog together?
I think so.
And that makes it even tougher.
Yeah.
So, and I know that feeling, having a dog for, that long. It's your first real dog of the relationship, you know. Like I think we said before, if that damn cat dies, I'm not going to give a shit, to be honest.
But
when Eddie passed, that was fucking hard.
Yeah.
Really, really
I
hard.
remember you were hurting for a minute. But and then I found out that a friend from high school, his dad passed away from COVID. You know, and then, you know, just found some shit, which I'll talk to you. I think, well, we kind of talked about it, I think, Friday night, Thursday night.
A little bit, yeah.
But some stuff about my wife's job's going on that's just going to cause some issues.
No, you didn't talk to me about it. She talked to me about it because she saw my job's posting.
Oh, okay.
And so we talked. So I know a little bit about it.
Okay, yeah. I don't feel like talking.
That's not for the podcast. Yeah. That's not.
So it's just, like I said, one thing after a fucking another, and it just was a very, very stressful 2 weeks. I'm glad that the 3-day weekend hit when it did.
Right.
Because it was just, that 3-day was really needed, even though it did go by a little fast.
Yeah. We had a nice barbecue.
No, we did. But
wasn't filled with girls, but it was still nice.
If you love Honeydew,
at Patrick's.
If you love Honeydew, follow her OnlyFans.
Oh, jeez. She'll be joined tonight by Cantaloupe. Next on stage,
together,
Watermelon.
Together, they're Honeymelon. But yeah, no. So it's just you know, a lot of drama. I feel way better.
I wish since we're on Twitch, I don't know, you know, how much of any song can play, but wish I had just the soundbite that just went girls, and I could just boop hit that. But knowing Motley Crue and what fucking Vince Neil's up to nowadays, he'd be like, nope.
You probably could just play that like real 5 quick.
5 seconds.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Anyways, it just was that last weekend, that whole week before Memorial Day weekend, that whole week I felt like shit. And that weekend was so, and then this past week has been a little better, you know, at least.
That's good.
So, but I did go to the doctor last Wednesday for my ear, which I've been fucking having problems with. I told you guys I had a fungal infection.
Fumble infection.
I had a fumble in my ear. And
oh no, the bus is in your ear with fumbleitis.
So I went to the specialist, and they vacuumed all that shit out of my ear, and then put like this.
What is that sensation like? Man, I feel like I'm fucking drunk again. Like every time we do this fucking podcast, I can't fucking speak.
Well, welcome to my everyday life. So I don't know. It's just like you hear it. It gets kind of loud, and then like the same, you know, with a vacuum, you hear when it's sucking up, it's making that certain noise when something's going in the tube. That's basically all you hear, real loud in your ear. Yeah, exactly. So then they put some powdery stuff on my ear to dry everything out, and I got to go back next Tuesday.
I thought you were gonna say dry ice for some reason. Yeah. Put some dry ice in my ear.
You know what? I found it. Some people like to use ice. Some people like heat. I found the secret: hot ice.
Well, you know, P, I like cocaine. Put that cocaine in the ear.
It's a powder. It'll dry it out and get you high.
That's right. And then you get out there and you get on stage, get your high heels on, and you're dancing.
Wait.
Oh, we're not supposed to be doing that this week?
No.
Shit.
This is the all-female strip club.
Oh, damn. Well, you know what they say. Can't beat them. Join them.
Yeah, but you're part of the B squad, sir.
No, I'm more like a D dancer. Like I'm the
your time slot. Your time slot is at 11:30 in the morning when they wake up on a Wednesday.
That's what I was gonna say. It's more like 10:30. But you know, trying to get that time better, getting that dance down. Not everybody dances to Rammstein, but you can get it from the B.
We're all living in America.
No. You dance to pussy.
Oh, yeah.
I've got a dick. Let's do it quick. That way, people can understand it then, because it's now in fucking German.
Oh, shit. So, yeah. So, Yeah, but we went to the movie, saw Quiet Place 2.
Yeah, we did. That was good.
And we're going
tonight.
We're going to die.
I totally forgot that was even on HBO Max because I've been watching a lot of Rick and Morty. Like, I basically gone through the whole series again, and I saw it last night when I put it on. And I was like, oh, it's on HBO Max, too.
Yeah.
But we're going to theaters. See The Conjuring 3,
Conjuring, the devil
I keep
made
cutting
me
him
do
off.
it. Yeah, you constantly. Hey, let me ask you a question and then cut you off.
The devil, it made me do it. Yes. Do it. Do it. Do it now.
But how was your 2 weeks?
The way that everything is.
I'll try to see if someone's commenting.
No one's comment.
No one's watching.
Yeah, there is. But it was okay. I mean, there's a lot of shit that needs to go on, needs to be done, and last week was, it was relaxing enough, though, doing some of the streaming stuff that we're doing, it's like always problems, always internet things, so I've got to go and look at getting a network switch for what Briggs suggested. They're super cheap nowadays. Like, those things used to cost you like, 120 bucks. I see even Netgears out there for like, 30 or less. So it's like nothing. And just then it's going to be about running the cable upstairs again. Because I used to have a 100-foot cable that went into the bedroom over there when Andrea lived here, because I used to keep my desktop, when I used a desktop, it was over there. And then I just, we never really had anything else, and I had laptops from work, and then just the Wi-Fi was fine, and now that I'm starting to do all this stuff, well, the computer can handle it. So, like, if you see, I was talking about it earlier, and other people on here can't see it, but I had this little, like, switch. It tells you how much of your computer that you're using, the percentage. And so, because I thought that might be the problem, in that it was using too much of this. And, like, while playing, it's barely using anything. So if it's just because it's a connection speed issue and there's a couple things going there, then hopefully that will solve it. And I don't have to worry about it as much, and which is fine or whatever. It's just running a bunch of extra cables through the room. That's a pain in the ass. So move things around, put the cable, probably have it come around that side and the back. And I got a staple gun, which we used before to staple the cables down, and,
just let it go down the hallway like I do?
Yeah, just let the cable down the hall.
It goes down the hall.
But, yeah, I mean, it's just been like that, and we've, it's been interesting because the wife's been, gone again. She went to Disney during the week, and it was just slow. And like I was saying, finally got to finish a game I've been playing for a while on the Vita, which it's that one series I was playing where I was like, I just want to finish the game before I start the next thing. And that was like the fourth of that, but it's a longer series, and there's 5 games before that 4-game series, but I only want to play the first 2 because the third one doesn't sound that interesting and doesn't seem like it adds a whole lot. But I would rather like read a summary of what the game was to see, is this even worth playing? And then the other 2, they're not even localized. You have to buy the Chinese version and then do all this modding on PC to be able to play it. And I really commend the people. They're a group called Geofront, and this is the Legend of Heroes series, and they've fan translated both games completely. And you're talking about like 100+ hour games that they did everything, and they did they keep updating it to fix typos or to make the slang a little more centralized for a lot of places. And it's a really commendable job. I just don't want to go through the whole process of having to do that to play a game. Like, it's just too much. Yeah. And hopefully the problem with this series is it's popular enough to be released here, but it's not popular enough for them to be like, okay, the next one's done. We're ready to start translating it, and it's here 5 months after it's been done. It usually takes like a year to 2 years. So like the next, which is like a bridging game in between the next series and this, is out in Japan and has been out since last year, or 2019. I'm sorry, and it's still not localized yet. And then getting into that, when that finally comes out, that's another like 200 hours of playing the game.
I mean, just move to Japan for 200 hours.
Oh, just move to Japan, learn Japanese so that I can read it all, and it's simple enough.
No,
Probably in these 2 years I could have done it.
Just say, like, hey, Siri, translate, and while they're
Yeah, but Siri needs access to my camera because I'm going to look at it and be like, what's that kanji? It's ha. Okay, so I've got one letter down, one part of the word down. But it's fun, and I like this one. And the originally started on the PSP, and that game was a lot shorter than everything else. Like, it was like 60 hours, but it still was shorter than the almost 200 I put into the last game.
Yeah,
which was ridiculous. But beyond that, we played Vermintide 2 on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
It's available on both of our Twitch channels. More on his than mine because mine was still downloading.
Taking forever to download.
And then we were having compatibility issues until you restarted, but then that worked. But that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that game quite a bit. It was different than what I was expecting it to be, but still a lot of fun. So beyond that, I need to finish up Persona 5 Strikers soon because I think this Friday Ratchet and Clank comes out.
Oh, okay.
And I'm getting ready, and I'll probably be streaming that when I'm playing it. So, and I've been waiting for that game. I love that series so much. Have you ever played a game in that series? Man, like
I know about it, but I never played it.
You could start with the PS4 one because that one is actually like a redo of the first game. But it's really like it's got other parts to it and it's enhanced, but it's still like the games are a lot of fun.
Enhance. Enhance.
You can go with my little
enhance.
a little mechanical keyboard back here. But yeah, so what else? What do we got on this show today? So we've got a couple of stories because I found some things that were interesting this week. We're going to start, like I said, in the beginning of this. We're going to do some Would You Rather. A couple questions, get the brain juices flowing, and see where that goes. Then Pat's got a game for me that I'm going to be doing, and it's probably going to be a big fail for me. We'll see what happens because I saw what type of game it is. And then there's a surprise.
There is?
Oh, yeah. It's not the 30-year-old trying to be an 18-year-old in high school, but still a surprise. So, yeah, surprise. We'll see what happens. So, would you rather? So, these ones, supposedly this is conversation starters of the world. We're going to go through a couple of these would you rather. And so, probably some of them are silly. Some of them are... There was like a whole list of the stuff. But I thought we'd go through some of the funny ones and see. And if anybody, you like hearing these things and us discuss it, and you have some would you rathers, go ahead and, email us or DM us or tag us on Twitter. Be great. Anyway, so I want to start with this one. So would you rather only be able to use a fork, no spoon, or be able to use a spoon and no fork?
Fork and no spoon.
Why?
Because there's certain things like, say, meat, like, it's just easier to stab and cut.
What's the old Robin Hood line? A spoon? You couldn't... Why would you use a spoon? You can't stab anybody with a spoon.
There's that reason too, But like even cereal, like
them wrong.
You could still. I mean, you wouldn't get the milk, but you can still scoop the cereal and drink the milk, or just drink it and eat it as you go.
Just drink it from the bowl.
Yeah,
just let it pour all over you. Just
Yep. Or like if you're like a big soup person, just switch to ramen, especially and.
A lot of people would drink or eat ramen with chopsticks.
Yeah,
but
you're just doing that. Even if
what if you're like a clam chowder guy? You're gonna stab everything in the.
Who said you couldn't modify the fork too?
Well, it's. I bet you they're not saying that you can't do a.
What about a spork? Yeah.
Yeah, see?
But I'm saying, or if anything, all you got to do is
why couldn't you modify the spoon then?
Glue a piece of metal behind the fork. Who says you couldn't modify it?
There's nothing that says about this question, because it's very straightforward, that you couldn't. But you could just get yourself a spork. Or if no sporks existed in this world, let's say, then you could modify your spoon into a spork. Wouldn't that be easier than taping a piece of metal to a fork?
I said glue, but whatever.
Glue or whatever the hell you're doing.
But even soup, like you said, clam chowder, how hard is it to just...
To just drink it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Kind of like the
What's the difference between just a little bit and then chewing whatever you got to chew and just scooping it?
Yeah, but maybe sometimes you just want to get only the potato. When you're like drinking like this, you're getting anything and everything.
Well, then that's even better with the fork because you can stab the potato and bring it out.
But then you can't get the milk. How can you get the soup base?
Well, you got to pick. I'm going to go fork.
Dividing the podcast rather. Okay, how about this? Would you rather be a reverse centaur or a reverse mermaid or person?
Probably reverse centaur.
So when we say reverse, we mean that you have the head, the front part of it, right? You're not a mermaid and you've got the tail or the centaur and you got the body of a horse. No, you got the head and like the front hooves of a horse, and then you got the fish head of the mermaid.
Well, I wouldn't want the fish head of a mermaid because...
Fish heads.
Then, do I have to stay in the water all the time? That's question one. Two, they don't really have necks to be looking around. At least the horse, you can still...
I can see that.
Move around.
Then the horse, the problem is I think that your top half would be so heavy that you would always have to be bent over to like walk. And you don't...
Not necessarily.
You would just have like a fish head and maybe scales.
You look
because
at that
they
picture.
still have like arms and
if
whatever.
You look at the picture, there's just a little bit of neck. I mean, you got the long neck and then you just got the extra arms.
See, you just got gills and just like a head. But you go to that. Otherwise, look at this. This thing sticking out here. I think it would do the mermaid.
I wouldn't.
Just a fish head. I still got the rest of my body, you know?
So do you on the other one.
No, look at that. Look, a head's coming out of the front half. It's coming out your neck. You got hooves, and you still got arms and feet.
Look at that. You'll be looking up the whole time. Yeah, that does sound like you snobby, so.
You're gonna be pulling a Ben all the time. That's right.
No, I'm cool.
All right. Which would you rather... every shirt you wear to be itchy, or only be able to use one-ply toilet paper?
One ply.
Really? Like,
yeah. What the fuck I want to be itchy all the time for? And one ply. I have to use some extra more toilet paper. Fuck them trees.
So that way that your finger is always going through.
No,
the toilet
not
paper?
necessarily, because you can always fold it over. It didn't say. It says you have to use one ply. Just pull it out. Fold it over a couple times. What you got to do is I've used one ply before. So you fold it up, make it a little bit thicker, and then you guys got to get in there and scoop out sometimes. You know.
Get up and scoop. This is the lovely visual. Hold on for everybody, since we're not big screen for a second. So it's up and out.
No, up, curve it in a little bit with the fingers.
Oh,
and then
that's too much.
What would you pick? You want an itchy shirt? Fuck that.
So it says be kind of itchy. Like, shirts can be kind of itchy no matter what. So, like, okay, I'm just...
Not for me. I wear good shit.
Everywhere I go, like, imagine that you have to go into a restaurant. They happen to have two-ply, but you're not allowed to use it. So you have to use one-ply. Only able to use one-ply toilet paper. So you go into somebody's house or a restaurant or somewhere, and you can't.
If you know that's all you can do...
You bring in your own. You got to bring your own TP everywhere. I got to
think that in this world, that means there's only one ply for everybody.
Well, if that's for everybody, and I'm the only one that has to wear a itchy shirt.
If it's magical, right? Like a magical thing, like this is what's going to happen. I would assume that as soon as you grab a piece of toilet paper, it's going to turn to one ply. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would
because like if you took your shirt off, you pick itchy shirt, and you took your shirt off, and I put your shirt on, it wouldn't be itchy for me because I didn't pick.
No, and it says kind of itchy. It doesn't say it's like I'm going like this all the time. Cool. Oh my god, it's so itchy.
One ply.
Okay,
you can work around that. Fuck, you get a paper towel, and cut it up, and use it. Like, so you can't do that. That's not one ply. Well, you said toilet paper.
Not paper towels.
You didn't say anything about
you
ass
go
wipes.
get yourself some like Via.
Go get a fucking bidet.
Yeah, but then guess you could get a bidet. But unless in this world you were forced to always have to use toilet paper.
Didn't say that in the question though.
I know, but you have to think of things like that. You could go bidet, but you're still gonna have to dry yourself off with one ply.
Okay, well, it's already all out of there. All I gotta do is dry.
All right. So, would you rather have to read aloud every word you read, or sing everything you say out loud?
Say it one more time.
So, would you rather read every word aloud that you read, or sing every word that you say? Like your life is a musical.
Well, I don't really read that much, so I guess read out loud.
So when you're there with reading your Ronin Ninja Turtles thing, Michelangelo took his sword and...
There you go.
Would you have to do voices? Like if you
I
read a comic or a book?
Would.
Like, of course you have to do that. Imagine you're sitting there and you're on your phone reading something, an article at your job, or a text message.
Yeah, that's true too.
And it's like,
I'll go with sing.
Man, I love your big wiener. Like, oh yeah, you get it, but man, you were disappointing last night.
This is fantasy world, I guess. I'd go with.
I'd definitely go sing everything.
Yeah,
like I couldn't. That's because that would be it. Because imagine you're just sitting here. We're just talking.
You're just sitting
and I
here
look over
talking.
here at the Oakland Athletics sign. I just look at it and I'm reading it because I can understand the words on there. And when I just look over, I have to go Magic, Oakland Athletics, Twilight Zone, just by looking at something because you're reading it. Either that, or you got to force yourself, like beat yourself on the head so you're too dumb to read. I just know.
I pick read because I'm illiterate. Fucker.
That's right. I never learned how to read.
So what number are we going with next?
Would you rather have all dogs try to attack you when they see you, or all birds try to attack you when you see you? So you're either living like Cujo or the birds. I think I would go dogs.
I almost want to say birds.
Well, see, my reasoning here is at least I know the dogs are going to alert me that they're coming because they're going to bark at me. But birds, they could just dive bomb the shit out of you. Imagine you decide to go to a beach.
Well, some things are going to be off limits for you
probably,
from now on.
But most dogs are going to they're going to try to attack you, right? But they may be inside of a house. They may be behind a fence. How many loose dogs are there, at least in our area?
How many more dangerous dogs are there than birds?
Well, just imagine. Then Ace is going to get his bloodlust fill.
Yeah. I'd go birds because,
you can never
if
own
anything,
dogs again.
You can walk around with an umbrella all the time. If they look at the umbrella, they're not seeing you unless they're on the ground.
Yeah, there's probably one of those little bastard birds that's like keeping recon out for you. He's outside. He heads outside. Quick, get the shit. Get the shit.
I go birds.
All right, let's do two more of these. Let's see. How about this one? Would you rather randomly time travel plus or minus 20 years every time you fart, or teleport to a different place on Earth, on land, not water, every time you sneeze?
Sneeze.
You would just like to, all of a sudden you sneeze and you're in a different place.
You know how much I
Earth?
fart compared to sneeze?
Yeah, but you either get to go forward 20 years in time or backwards 20 years in time.
Yeah, but I go back 20 years in time, write a mistake, don't get married, and meet you, and then I fart and go back in time before it gets complete.
Yeah, see, that's the way it goes. So wouldn't you rather do, like, you're just going to plan your life out by your farts? I tell you what,
I'd be fucked the other night when we had beans. Crystal made enchiladas, rice and beans. Man, I would have been time traveling every fucking 20 seconds.
Just imagine that you're sitting on the john and you never get the first, like, shit out with the first push. Usually it's a fart.
Yeah.
So you sit there, the moment that you fart, boom, you're gone. You're somewhere else in time. Are you on the same toilet? Did you end up like near a dinosaur? Like now you're trying to fart
dinosaurs
again.
were around 20 years ago.
Yeah, but what if every time that you did, you kept going back 20 and 20 and 20 and 20?
No.
Then eventually you
that's a lot of fucking farting to go back millions of fucking years. God damn.
God damn. Shouldn't have ate that.
I would still take the sneeze because a lot of times you can stop yourself and sneeze. I sneezed this morning. Prior to that, I don't think I haven't sneezed. I couldn't tell you the last time I sneezed. So
Yeah, but what if you get put like in, a dangerous place? You could just be
then
right
I sneeze
here.
and get the fuck out of there.
You're gonna force yourself to sneeze? How do you do that?
Oh, that's so hard. Pulling nose hair out, that always gets me to sneeze.
Oh, really? That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Huh. All right. See, so last one. Let's see.
What if you sneeze and land in like your dream girl's bed and she's just like, oh yeah.
Yeah, but it would have been okay. That's the sneeze. I was thinking the fart thing. Yeah, you land in your dream girl's bed and it's like, what the fuck are you doing here? Like,
no, but even worse. What if you fart and you go 20 years front or back, but you're in the same exact spot, right? So like you go 20 years in the past and then like your girl's like now underage. Like, uh-oh.
all right, so would you rather eat a sandwich made from 4 ingredients in your fridge chosen at random, or eat a sandwich made by a group of your friends from 4 ingredients in your fridge?
I'd probably go with I get to pick the 4.
No.
What was the first one?
So they're either selected by random. They're all from your fridge. Either it's just random, right? You don't know what it is. Could be anything.
So either way, it's still random.
Your friends specifically pick it.
I'd go with the friends.
You think
even if they try to fuck me over, there's nothing really in my fridge. Unless they give me raw chicken.
That's what I'm saying.
Something.
They could give you raw meat if they really want to.
But I mean, if you're a friend, would they really give you raw meat?
Right. They're going to try to gross you out. They're not going to try to kill you.
Yeah.
Right. Whereas I agree kind of with that because the random one could be you
raw
have to eat this raw chicken or this raw beef or this expired cat food that you've got in here that's been sitting there for months.
Yeah.
Something like that. You could get stuck in that situation because everybody has a piece of Tupperware, I don't care who you are, that somehow got left in the fridge and it's been left just for a little bit too long. And it's starting to grow penicillin in there. And so, yeah. So,
let's do one more.
You want to do one more? Okay. Let's see. There's a butterfly one here. Would you rather have everything you draw become real but permanently terrible at drawing, or be able to fly but only as fast as you can walk? So the first one is you're a terrible artist and everything you draw comes to life. And
well, I am a terrible artist.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I probably ended up just going with the first one because I suck at drawing. But would you want to be able to fly but only as fast as you can walk?
Yeah.
And I'm
like
fast
a
as
regular
fuck,
walk
boy.
or like a fast walk?
As fast as you can walk. So if you
like
can walk really, yeah, exactly. If you could power walk and it's,
fuck
if you
yeah,
can walk
I'll
at
take
20
that.
miles an hour, then you can fly at 20. But if you can only walk at 5, like you turn like 75 and you got a walker, and you can only like drag yourself, that's as fast
I'll
as
take
you can
that.
fly.
Because what if you draw something fucked up and it comes to life and tries to kill you or something?
Just some random stick figure. Why do I exist?
Well, unless you become really good one day and draw the chick from Cool World,
Yeah, but you're always terrible at drawing. So if you're gonna draw what's her name from Cool World, Kim Basinger,
Kim
is that who
Basinger.
was? Then she's gonna be fucked up. She's gonna have one titty that's like half the size of her head, and one that's the size of a walnut. And you're not gonna get anything down there. The labia is as big as a penis. You never know.
So you look like Riley from Resurrection. Kill me! Kill me!
Just every time you do it. Yeah, I think the flying thing it just seems like, because you can walk relatively fast. I mean, probably nice brisk pace.
And think about it.
Like,
say we're driving in a car and there's an accident, it's bumper to bumper, and no one's moving. See ya, bitches!
Yeah, it might take you like 45 minutes to get to work, but it does right now with the car.
And then you start to lose weight, and you can start to walk faster. You can pick up your flying speed.
Exactly. You're only going to get slower as you age, right? Because your body doesn't work as well. Maybe you don't get as active because you broke a hip. Now you can barely fly. But at least, still, around the house, you wouldn't need the walker because you could just float everywhere.
Is he dead? No, he can fly.
Oh my shit! It's a ghost! No, that's just his superpower. He can float around the house. Leave him alone. Let him go with his Werthers. Everything will be fine. All right, would you be interested in doing something like this again?
Yeah.
I think that's a good little... so I thought this or like shower thoughts. Like the one shower thought being like a dark one, I guess you could say, is that, you know, the day that you die is the day that your skeleton hatches from your body.
But your skeleton's not going to pop out the day you die.
But the skin's going to fall away and your skeleton will be the only thing left. Or like here, your dog, your dog goes and gets a toy and brings it to you. Is that because it's his favorite toy, or he thinks that it's your favorite toy? Like you're just throwing the damn bone and you're laughing because you think he enjoys it, but he's really going, "Oh crap, he threw it away! I gotta bring it back. Get it because that's his favorite. That's his favorite thing."
I would think it'd be the other way around. It's just they're
so?
excited for it. Because if they grab onto it and then they try to keep it from you, then it's their toy.
Yeah, could be. All right, so let's do some stories and then let's play your game. So the first one I've got, this one's a little dark, but this is a Sydney hoarder man. He killed a man and then, lived with it for 15 years, keeping air fresheners to keep the smell down. And it was like a home invasion gone wrong is basically what happened. A lot of air fresheners.
You know, it made me think of Tommy Boy. He's like, went a little heavy on the pine cone perfume there, didn't you, son? Oh, it's a car air freshener. She's like, okay, see, good. You figured out, you pinpointed what it was. Now look forward to cleaning it off.
So basically this guy in Sydney, he shot and killed a man in 2002 when the guy broke into his home. But instead of calling the police and having the body got rid of, he hid the body in his house and then just covered it up with the air fresheners because he's a hoarder. Like, this is worse than the cat ladies that have like 20 dead cats in their house. But I thought it was at least this came from the Reddit subreddit.
Just think how many times he probably could have got rid of that body, because obviously after X amount of years, no one's thought about this
looking for the guy anymore.
Yeah.
Like you think you just can't. Like, no, I have to keep this guy in my house.
Yeah.
Like I think eventually it gets down to the point that he probably could have just not saying that this is what you should have did, but bury it in the backyard. Something like that. And then maybe it's found at that point, but maybe, you're dead at that point or something like that. But I guess the smell just got too much. After 15 years, they finally got it. He had more than 70 bottles of air freshener when it was discovered around the body. All right, so I think that's the darkest story of the week. So this one comes from Orlando, Florida, where they're saying that portable toilet inventory is wiped out in Central Florida.
You think that guy was Puerto Rican that died? And he just kept giving him the Puerto Rican shower?
No, it was air freshener, not cologne.
Well, I mean, he's dead, so now he doesn't get cologne. He gets air freshener.
It's not, what's that, Draquois Noir?
By the way, we can say this because we're Hispanic. I'm married to a Puerto Rican, and he is Puerto Rican. So deal with it, bitches.
So it says when almost all the events canceled during the pandemic, the demand for portable toilets plummeted. Now that all of a sudden everything's coming back into stock, they can't get portable toilets in Florida. Imagine. You just can't get enough for a festival, so what are people going to do?
Well, they kept things open so much down there. You think that they would be okay?
They would have been the one thing that in Florida would have been a problem. I just thought that the headline was funny on this one. All right, so I don't know if they talked about this one. I found this one on Tuesday. But in Florida, there is, I don't know why the hell that's playing, Groove Clothing for young girls. But there's a concert that's happening. It's basically like a punk show. And what they're doing is they're charging $18 for tickets to go to the show if you're vaccinated. If you're not vaccinated, they're charging $999.99 for you to go to the show. Basically a way for him to get the venue owner to keep the venue safe and full of vaccinated people. And I think, it's kind of an interesting, because there's all these things happening now, like Budweiser is going to buy you a beer if 70% of the country is vaccinated.
Well, that's the thing that kind of cracks me up is that all these people that they're offering shit to now.
Yeah.
And the
like
people who already got vaccinated.
And bullshit.
Yeah. Well, that's the one. That lottery one was bullshit, I think. Oh, they were playing the thing. Oh, who wouldn't want to get vaccinated for $1 million? I couldn't think of them. First of all, it's a lottery, so you're not guaranteed $1 million.
Right.
2, damn well that was a setup. That woman either worked for the government or whatever, or was brought in and said, "Here's some money. Shut the fuck up. Say you won $1 million." Damn well they did not raffle off $1 million.
Well, it's like what's West Virginia doing? They're doing $1 million, one of 2 souped up custom trucks, 5 hunting rifles, 5 shotguns,
and then
and then some other shit.
A hunting license or fishing license for
unlimited.
Free. Unlimited, yeah.
Yeah, lifetime fishing or hunting license. Like, that's ridiculous. So, yeah, this guy, Paul Williams, who's of Leadfoot Productions in Tampa, he came up with the idea as vaccination appointments opened up in his state. And he's basically trying to, it's one of the ways to help get everybody back to normal. Hey, here, prove you're vaccinated. You get cheap-ass concert tickets. Otherwise, you're paying for them.
I think all this shit bribing is stupid. But
I think it is, too.
At the end of the day, like I said, look. You go somewhere when they open shit up on the June 15th is when they're supposed to open shit up
here in California,
back to 100%. If I go to a shop and they say, "Hey, we still want you to wear a mask," okay,
who cares?
I don't care. It's not that big of a fucking deal.
No.
Why make a big hissy? Oh, God, right, shut the fuck up. Put the mask on or leave. You got options.
Right.
Just as much as your freedom to not want to wear the mask, that's their right to say you have to wear the mask in our store.
Right.
Deal with it. Shut the fuck up. Just deal with it. Not that big of a deal. Like, if I'm outside, I'm walking, I don't wear my mask. If someone walks by me and says something, I'll be like, "Are you going to fucking make out with me?" No? You're going to keep walking? Then you ain't got nothing to worry about. Shut the fuck up and get out of here.
That's not the... I think the weird thing is really the store shit. When the store specifically says, wear your mask. Like, you can't come in here or do your stuff without it. And then these people making a big deal. It's like, you care about private business when it's your beliefs. When it's not your beliefs, you don't care about private business anymore. Oh no, my freedoms, my rights. Shut the fuck up. Do what they need to do, or get yourself online delivery. Or a lot of these places, they do curbside. Even these places tell these people, hey, go and buy what you want. You tell us what you want. We'll bring it out to the car and we'll charge you. Do that. Okay, you still got your freedoms. You don't have to wear your mask. Oh, but I should be able to go. No, it's private business. Leave them the fuck alone.
Yep.
I don't care. If you argue that on other things where you say it's a private business, then here you have to also accept this argument. It's ridiculous. I'm sick and tired of the mask thing. It's not going to go away anytime soon. And in some places, it's probably not going to go away, period. Places like hospitals and medical related stuff. Whatever. Deal with it. That's all you got to do. Whatever. Let's get back to... I want to go to a fucking show. Like, it's been over a year since I've seen anything. Like, I want to go to other places without my mask, too. But we can't get there unless you guys just fall in line. What happened with, polio? Not to go off on a tangent, but, when polio was hurting everybody and there was a mandatory vaccine, they didn't give them any free shit. They said, you have to get the vaccine. And people did. People are just too fucking full of their own shit.
Yeah. Well,
is what it is.
social media.
Yeah. It's the downfall of our fucking society. I hate feeling like the old man that's saying that, but I believe it's fucking true. Especially when seeing in doing these Facebook groups and the moderation shit like that, it's totally true. Because if I don't agree with it, then it needs to be put away. And the people that do that are on both fucking sides, and they both call each other fucking pansies. And it's fucking stupid. Because you don't believe in it means that needs to go away, and that shit needs to stop. And it's social fucking media that's caused that shit. Mm-hmm. I will fucking tell you right now.
Now go follow our social media on Twitter.
That's right.
Go
make sure you follow, podcast. And follow us on Twitch. Follow us on YouTube. Go out there. There are good things that it does, but for those that use it in the way that they do, it's terrible.
Yep.
It's terrible. Anyway, last thing. This is what I was most excited about when I saw it, is that Elijah Wood is going to be the villain in the Toxic Avenger reboot. And I can totally see it. I'm so fucking excited about that. Elijah Wood, I've been watching this guy because he's about as old as both of us. I think he's a little bit younger than me. I think he's around your age, somewhere in there. And we've been watching this guy since we were kids.
Yep.
You remember like North? Remember that movie with Bruce Willis?
Yeah.
And he ran away from his parents and stuff. But those things, the good son, which is he's fantastic in. Like Radio Flyer, that's the other one that he's been here. Like Christina Ricci and him have been acting in our lives for a long time, and it's cool to see him do all this stuff.
Dunst. Mm-hmm.
I really Kirsten Dunst as well, but like that last movie that I did for the podcast.
Yeah, come to Daddy.
Oh, Come to Daddy. I really liked that. I really liked him in it, and he's been doing a lot of these like indie type of horror movies. I don't know about this movie yet. One, Peter Dinklage is supposedly the Toxic Avenger. I don't know what they're going to do. I have a feeling that he's going to be him when he's like, before he changes, and then it's going to be like a big version of him once he changes.
I would say that don't make no fucking sense.
He might be like the voice, but it's going to be somebody else in the suit. Like, I don't know.
That's fine, but to have Toxie is a fucking
like little
stupid,
small guy. But like when they did
nothing
the
against
reboot,
Peter Dinklage. I'm just saying.
No, it makes sense, right? Like, I think he's going to grow into the Toxic Avenger, right? It's like I was saying with the He-Man series on Cartoon Network in the 90s. It made more sense because they made him, Prince Adam, a kid. And then when he got the power of Grayskull, he became what we know as He-Man every time he said, I have the power. Whereas the original He-Man, it's like, how do you not know that's fucking He-Man? They're the same fucking person. Yeah. You know, Skeletor should have gone into Eternium and went, "Meh, I know you, Prince Adam. You're He-Man." But he was still fucking stupid. And
isn't Skeletor his uncle?
I don't know. I think in the reboot series he was. Yeah. He was somehow related to the royalty. Because they were related somehow. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see him as the villain in this.
That's no different from Superman.
Oh, yeah. Take off those. Didn't they make jokes about that in like the last couple ones? I thought that they made it like Man of Steel. They made a joke about it, or Batman v Superman.
Oh,
I
think they did. Yeah.
I think it was your boy.
Flash said something.
Oh, maybe the Flash said it. Oh, I thought it was your boy Lex Luthor that said something.
Maybe, I don't know.
But yeah, it's interesting to see Elijah Wood do this.
My boy.
And
horrible casting for Lex Luthor.
Oh yeah. Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. Who thought that was a good idea?
Needs to be fucking shot. That's who.
So that's something I thought was like pretty fun to do. So, and I wonder which one he's gonna be. Like, which guy is he gonna be? The mayor of the town? Mm-hmm. Like, and he's gonna get his stomach all ripped out. Like at the end,
Spoiler
I really
alert.
hope that this. If you haven't seen the fucking Toxic Avenger from like '89, like why haven't you? For one, you should be seeing this.
Crystal hasn't.
Is that going to be on the podcast?
It might just have to be.
It should be. Has Josh ever seen the Toxic Avenger?
I don't know. That's a good question.
That would be a movie that he probably should see.
Yeah. Just
for the hell of it, but we'll see.
I'm not sure. I have to ask him.
Maybe we ask him on Tuesday.
Yeah.
But you'll probably be playing with him before then. So, all right. So we got the next thing up is Pat's quiz, which I'm going to go to a web browser view here for those, actually, if you watch this stuff. Just because this is trivia and there's, and I don't know how much I'm going to fail on this. So there's 2 pages of trivia.
Yep. I thought there was one, but yeah, there is.
Looks like there's 2 that are over there. All right, so this is for me because I tasked Pat because I always do the games with him.
Quizzes.
And so this is the quiz for me. So we're going to go through. I think last time we did one, you had me go through a Simpsons quiz.
Yep.
I think on that, and I think I did miserably on that one too.
Pretty good.
Or did okay. So we'll see what happens. This is a Pearl Jam. The problem with band stuff, I know I'm making excuses right away, is that you have to sometimes really be into it. But
this is like your favorite band.
This is one of my favorite bands of all time. You're right.
You named your dog after the lead singer.
I named Eddie. His name was Eddie Vedder. That was his full name. So, all right. So what was the inspiration for Pearl Jam's name? Was it a John Steinbeck novella, Neil Young concert, peyote lace jam, or Eddie Vedder's grandmother? It was Eddie Vedder's grandmother, Pearl. Oh, it wasn't. So that seems like that's a lie, because I think it was his grandmother. That's the story that I've heard. So, which is it? Is it the... Nope. John Steinbeck? It's a Neil Young concert? An early promotional interview said that the name Pearl Jam was a reference to his great-grandmother Pearl. And then in 2006, he later admitted that was total bullshit. So, there you go. See, I knew the original, but 2006.
I'd give you a half a point for that.
All right, so this one I definitely know. So what was the Pearl Jam originally called? Wicked Lester, Mookie Blaylock, Tom and Jerry, the Obelix, and it's Mookie Blaylock. Because of the jersey, and they didn't want to get in trouble by using his name. And so, there
were a bunch of mooks.
Following Blaylock's inking of an endorsing deal with Nike, that's when they decided that was a problem. In which song does Eddie Vedder sing, "Yeah, I'm a lucky man to count on both hands the ones that I love"? It's Just Breathe. That one. It's Last Kiss, Better Man Alive, or Just Breathe. I should really read the answers before I do it. But I thought about that for a second. How many live albums did Pearl Jam release in 2000 and 2001? Okay, so the answers here are 72, 2, 7, or 27. During this time, and I have one of them from Italy, they bootlegged every single concert on their tour. So it's not 2 or 7, it's either 27 or 72. And I'm going to go with 27. Nope. Is it 72?
Wow.
Yeah, so they did all their shows, and I actually... the very first concert that I took my wife to, and one of the few that she's gone to when we were dating, I actually have that bootleg from that show too. But that was in like 2007-ish time frame, 2006, 2007. So in the song, in which song does Eddie Vedder sing, "And now my bitter hands cradle broke like broken glass"? Is it Black, Daughter, Last Kiss, Alive? It's Black.
You skipped a question there.
Did I? Oh, I did. You're right. Which film features member of Pearl Jam playing a fictional grunge rock group or band called Citizen Dick? Is it Singles, There's Something About Mary, Love Actually, or Wayne's World? It's Singles. Something About Mary, nothing in there. Same thing. Nope. This might have been the only one that could have been the answer, but Wayne's World is definitely not it. But Singles with, was it Matt? He was in some. There's Something About Matt Dillon, I believe, is in that. Which song did Pearl Jam refuse to release as a single? So this is the rough one. Is it Even Flow, Jeremy, Alive, or Black? Ugh.
This one I don't know. I think it's Jeremy.
This one, it's not Alive. I don't know. I think they fought for Jeremy. I'm gonna say nope, not Even Flow. If it's Jeremy, you're right. Oh, it's Black. Nope. Yeah, because Alive was the first single they released, but I think Jeremy was the first video they ever released.
Yeah.
And they fought really hard to get that video out. And there actually is an unrated version of the video that shows him putting the gun in his mouth and firing. There's still no like blood or anything, but they had to cut the scene where he put the gun in his mouth. It actually just does a close-up on his face as he pulls the gun out of his waistband.
Yep.
All right. How many drummers did the band go through between the recording and release of the first album? I think it's only 2. It's 2, 3, 5, or 4. And I think it's only 2 because I think, what's his name? Jack Irons ended up being the drummer, but I don't remember. So maybe it's 3. Yeah. See. He was in drummer Dave Cruzen left the band to check himself into rehab. He's replaced by Matt Chamberlain, and then suggested David Abruz as his replacement. That's weird. I thought then maybe it would be 4 because I thought there was somebody totally different. Who used Pearl Jam as his backing band on a 1995 solo album? Is it Eddie Vedder, Neil Young, Mick Jagger, or Bruce Springsteen?
Bruce Springsteen.
It's Neil Young. It's called Mirror Ball.
I know. I just.
It would be funny if it was Springsteen,
That's
like it
what
would. In which song does Eddie Vedder sing as he opens the door? She rolls over, pretends to sleep as he looks her over. Alive, better man, not for you. She says she's in love with him. Can't find a better man. So it's Better Man. This is actually, I'm doing a lot better than I thought I was going to do. This one I do not know. So what group's logo is tattooed on Eddie Vedder's leg? Is it Habitat for Humanity, Earth First, PETA, or Planned Parenthood?
Earth First.
I don't think that it's Planned Parenthood. I don't think that it's Habitat. I think it's Earth First. If it's PETA, that's probably going to upset me. And it is Earth First, thank God. Because I don't think he's as, like... PETA, if anybody was going to have that tattooed on them, would be Rob Zombie. Because he's a hardcore vegan. And like every Thanksgiving, he does the PETA hotline of how to not kill turkeys or whatever. Which member of the band suffers from Crohn's disease? Is it Jeff Ament, Stone Gossard, Mike McCready, or Eddie Vedder? Now, this is between two people in the band. It's either going to be Mike McCready or Jeff Ament. It is not Stone Gossard or Eddie Vedder. I think it's Mike McCready, if I'm not mistaken. And it is Mike McCready. Good.
Nice. Well, not so nice glad that he has it, but...
It's not nice that and the only reason that I know this, to be honest, is because of the St. Louis show, the Rizzuto show that I listened to. Mm-hmm. One of them has Crohn's, one of the guys. Mm-hmm. And he always, when they talk about Pearl Jam, he always mentioned, oh yeah, Mike McCready and I share the same thing. Because he has Crohn's. And now he also has prostate cancer, which sucks.
Jesus. The guy from the Rizzuto show? Or
yeah. Oh. Two of the guys. One of the guys, he has kidney cancer. Or he had. It's been cleared now, but he had to have surgery to where he's got like a scar like this across his belly. Jesus. Because they had to remove part of his kidney. And that guy is only like 35, 36. And then the other guy, which he's 51 now, he found out that he had prostate cancer, and so they joke about it, like he, especially his thing, because the young guy got it first, and then he joked, he's like, well, I couldn't let you be the only person on the show that had this stuff. But he's also seems like he's going into remission too, which is great to hear.
That's good.
So and I like those guys a lot. I like them as much as I like the Woody show. But that's only because I was listening to Woody and him at the same time. Yeah. That's probably why. So which song go back to Pearl Jam, does sing Escape is Never the Safest Place? Is it Black, Dissident, Go, or Given to Fly? So it's definitely not Black. We already had one. It's not Given to Fly. It's Dissident. So couldn't hold on. She couldn't hold on. No, she folded. And Dissident is here. Escape is Never the Safest Place. Oh. Oh!
Oh!
Which of the following is not one of the wishes of Pearl Jam's wish list? Oh, this is going to be rough. I wish it was a messenger and all the news was good. That is one. I wish it was an alien at home behind the sun. That is one. I wish it was a mountain counting crows in clarity. I wish it was a sacrifice but somehow still lived on. I wish it was a mountain counting crows in clarity. So... I'm actually glad the way they did this quiz, because I'm doing a lot better again, because a lot of it is like song lyrics and shit, which is great. If it was anything deeper, I would have been fucked. What was used for percussions on the song Oceans? So this, I don't know. It was a toilet seat, a lamb chop, fire extinguisher, or a jar of pennies.
Jar of pennies.
I
don't know.
That might be right, to be honest.
It sounds like something,
I'm just trying to think of Oceans. You don't have to play Oceans alive. Drive me from your door. Oh, something by your shore. Let's go with a jar of pennies. Nope.
Told you that wasn't it.
Nope. Fire extinguisher. It says the overdubbed a paper shaker and a fire extinguisher as a percussion on the track. So that's funny. All right. And in which song does Eddie Vedder sing, I got a bomb in my temple that's going to explode? Was it Once, Oceans, Deep, or Release?
Deep.
That is Once.
That's what I said, Once.
Yeah. Backstreet Lover on the side of the road. I got a bomb in my temple that's going to explode. I got a 16 gauge buried under my clothes and I play Once Upon a Time. So that's it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I don't remember what I got on the other page.
Hit once or hit back.
Maybe they're nope. They're all gone. All gone from what I selected. I know that I probably got about 5 out of 15, so we'll call it a 10 out of 15, which is
10 and a half. Because I'm sorry, that
the first one.
That was like a trick.
Yeah, it came from Neil Young concert, but I'd never heard the second part of that story. So.
No.
All right, so we got one last thing to do, and it's something called the surprise. Do we have drum roll here? No. All I got is rant songs and random dog bark. All right, so it's time for the surprise. All right, so this is something for Pat that he doesn't know that's coming.
Uh-oh.
But like I said, somebody went to the Avengers campus last couple days and bought him some stuff from Disneyland. He's got 2 things in there, and the bag's yours too.
I wouldn't have just dropped it like that then.
Oh, well, make sure that you show the camera.
Well, I'm trying to see it first. That's cool.
One, you needed shot glasses.
Yes, I do. Check those out. That's cool.
Those are all like PIM beakers.
Yep.
All different
particles.
PIM particles and.
Looks like vibranium.
Yeah, I think it has something to do definitely with the next Spider-Man because they had that. If you look at the top, it's got that web. Like that's web Industries.
It says Worldwide Engineering Brigade.
So that's like Spider-Man's thing.
So it says here. Well, obviously we know what vibranium, nearly indestructible element from Wakanda, technically space. I see if I say this right. Uru. Used to forge Uru. God damn you, TikTok. Used to forge Thor's hammer. Mjolnir. I can't even talk.
Mjolnir? Or I can never say that right either.
Platinum.
Palladium.
That too. Palladium. But this is why I didn't read everything you or say out.
See everything aloud that you read.
Original arc reactor power source, and then PIM particles able to shrink or grow matter. That's freaking awesome. And then also Web Labs.
Nice little keychain there. Yeah. So because she went into the Avengers campus stuff, and she was like looking at things. She FaceTimed me, and she's like, "Is there anything you think Patrick would like from here?" And she showed me the shot glasses. I'm like, you know what? He doesn't have any shot glasses, and I think those are kind of cool.
Yeah.
They're called drinking glasses, by the way, on the box because it's from Disney.
Yeah.
So you can't say shot glasses in Disney. And the bag's kind of cool too.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
So you got the Adventurers campus on the one side.
I'm gonna keep that in the back of my.
Yeah. See. And I know that she sent you the picture of the spider bot.
Yeah.
And the spider bot was like $270 or something like that. Like what?
Where is it?
Where is it? And here it is,
Patrick. Oh, spider bot. And she bought you that $600 Thor, right?
Wait, no. Here it is down here. Oh yeah, that was hilarious because she cut out because she was on FaceTime after she was like, "Oh, here's some of the other stuff around here," and then she shows me the Thor, and I hear her say $70, and I was like, "And the Thor statue is about this big, and it's Thor rising to the air with Mjolnir, and it's got like almost like the Dragon Ball flames around him. And all this, it looks awesome. I'm like $70, like pick that shit up because and she's like, no, $670. Oh,
Well,
I could probably find that on Wish for $55.
it'll be this big.
It'll be that big, and his face will be fucked up. But yeah, so
Look like Toxic Avenger face.
it's the Toxic Asgardian. All right, so
Well, make sure you tell Kat I said thank you.
No problem.
I'm assuming she's already gone.
Yeah, she's at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom or whatever it's called now, out there in Vallejo.
Do they still got the Discovery Kingdom part?
Well, there's Six Flags something.
You see, I think it was Ben that posted it about like I'm this old, and it showed the or if you remember this logo, you're old. It was the old.
It's the ghosts. Don't like me talking about.
It was the old Marine World logo with the flamingo, the elephant, and the whale. And I said, "Shit! I remember when they were in Redwood City and they freaking helicoptered the whale." The whale.
I don't remember that.
I remember that. Yeah, they fucking flew that fucker over there.
Oh, jeez. I know. I remember like Marine World. I think the last time that I was there was when it was Marine World. I don't think I've been there ever since.
I haven't been there in forever. Like I remember we went there in Redwood City when I was a kid, and then we went I think once when it was in Vallejo.
Because the last time I went
Six Flags wasn't even there yet.
Well, I think the last time I went there was for my buddy Chris, and this is really young. His dad, because he works for United for the longest time, right, as a mechanic, and they had the company party was taking over a Marine World, and so he invited me to come with him, and so the two of us got to basically run the park, with the United people, and we went like everywhere around there.
I wouldn't mind going up there again because it's been so long, and I've always wanted to check out that shark walk.
Oh yeah, they do that there now, huh? Yeah, I don't know. Like it's weird with the way that they do the animal stuff now. I don't know how like intense is it like it used to be. Because Vallejo doesn't necessarily seem like the place that you'd go see a tiger, or a lion, or a whale for that matter.
Yeah.
But. That's the show for today.
I'm hungry.
Yeah. So, Patrick, people, if they want to find the podcast, where can they find that on?
Twitter and Instagram at Jesus, fuck me in the face. IBLT Podcast.
No. And then email.
IBLTpodcast@gmail.com.
Would you rather questions you want to email over? Yep. Hit us up.
And you might win a prize.
Maybe. Instagram.
I already said that, but IBLT Podcast.
YouTube.
It'd be like that podcast.
Twitch.
IBLT Podcast. Or twitch.tv/IBLT Podcast.
And then you can find us on things like Stitcher.
Blueberry.
Apple Podcasts.
Oh, yeah. Spreaker.
Google Play.
Facebook.
Deezer.
Spotify.
And Josh Savan. One of these days I'm going to get that right. And then don't forget to follow the Slightly Regular Podcast Network, where you can find tons of podcasts that fit whatever you want, from motivational podcasts to paranormal podcasts to movie reviews to lists to UFOs to general horror and horror thoughts, all of that and everything in between.
Sip.us.
Sipnet.
Sipnet.us.
Patrick, you have a Twitter.
Hey. Big Solo 64.
You have a YouTube channel.
Solus 64. I just got another subscriber. 212.
Sweet. There you go.
I also updated my URL.
Right? Because now it's Twitch. Now it's youtube.com/Solus64. Twitch.tv/
Solus_64. Sorry, you threw me off with the way you introduced that.
Sorry, blog.
PatrickSlot64.blogspot.com.
And you've got a couple other podcasts.
Yes, I have the Chafing the Dream podcast, which is Chafing the Dream Pod, which we actually got to get an episode up soon. What?
Oh, podcast whore.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
Damn whore dragon.
It's a weight loss journey podcast between me and Kyle from the Back in Time podcast. So definitely go check that one out. Also, you have the Paranormal Pativity podcast, where you can follow me at Paranormal Pat 64 on Twitter. also on Instagram. All supernatural and ghosts, aliens, all that good stuff. I didn't get an episode up last month.
They see ghosts.
I didn't get an episode up last month. Like I said, the end of the month was just freaking hectic, and I just didn't care, honestly. I just needed a break mentally.
Just fucking do it, damn it.
And then you have the Let Me Show You Something podcast, which I do with my wife. We do a movie that either one of us hasn't seen. We talk about it, and you can follow the Instagram at Let Me Show You Something pod.
Just to make it clear, one of you haven't seen. Like, you could have seen the movie, but she didn't.
Yeah, or vice versa.
Or you didn't see the movie, but she has.
Or even
in the case that both of you have never seen the movie. Like, say
an older... Not like, oh, we haven't seen the new Conjuring movie because he hasn't come out yet. No. Right. Like an older movie that's like, how did we have not seen this movie?
Right. So you're doing... So if neither of you ever saw the original House on Haunted Hill with Vincent Price, that could be a movie that you could do.
It could, but I have shown it to her. So
yeah. So...
But Brian, you have a Twitter.
Yep, toolbert with zeros instead of O's.
You, that fucking bastard. You have a YouTube.
Toolbert and also Terrible Terror Podcast. I do not have enough Well,
Toolbert spelled the right way.
I think that actually maybe on the Toolbert one I have enough subscribers.
How many subscribers?
I think I've got 234.
You have plenty.
Then that one might actually have a
I think you need to have at least 200 or like 100.
Yeah, but I'm trying to get I need the people to go over the T_ or the Terrible Terror one, so that one can have its own URL. Because I tried to do a little more, but I need to put together a bunch of reviews for that, because we have a Quiet Place 2 that needs to be put together. I still didn't get a chance this week because it's just been really busy to put together the Spiral review, so I'm trying to release both within each other within the next couple of days. Probably work on it a little bit today after you go, and then tomorrow. It's a lot to do the way that I do it, because I'm a masochist. But nonetheless, hey, what's next?
Hey! Killer can be a guy's name too. Hey. You got a band?
I don't know. Jimmy did contact me. I didn't contact him back.
Damn, that was like 2 weeks ago you said that.
It's just been busy, and I really have little to no interest right now, to be honest with you. Like, what are we going to do? We're still looking for a drummer and a bassist, and there's nothing lining up. Okay. We had a whole year that we could have just at least done something. We could have recorded or something. Like, there are people that were recording, and like, I'm willing to put in the money, but you guys aren't, or you aren't. Yeah. So that's not my fault. I'm just about at the end of my. It's been 4 years since we've done anything, and why didn't we record before everything went down? Doesn't make any sense to me. But that's just me. It's because you don't want to put the money in. That's what it is.
You have the Twitch yourself? That's Twitch TV
/
what?
Terrible Terror Podcast.
Yeah, you fucked me up. I'll fuck
That's
you
right. So that's usually Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm usually streaming alongside those guys over there where we've been doing a lot of Fall Guys. Like I said, we did Vermintide 2, which I'd like to do again at some time. I'd actually like to see if we get Brig, and even if we can convince Josh to do it, because it is free on Game Pass.
Yeah.
They don't, nothing to try it, but we'll see what happens. Otherwise, I'm going to try to do at least maybe on Sundays a little bit of like PS5 or something else.
You have the
podcast, Terrible Terror Podcast.
Yeah, another podcast.
Where the last 3 episodes have been really fun. Actually, one was a podcast from another world, which there's another one coming out today from Dave. And we did an episode for Vincent Price's birthday where we did The Last Man on Earth. And then this is also listener time. I don't know, listener series. I don't know what the fuck I'm calling it. But we start off with Abattoir.
Listener's choice.
A listener's choice. And then last episode was The Devil's Doorway. And the next one, of course, is going to be Friday the 13th from 2009, which is available on HBO Max right now. So you have HBO Max, you can watch it. And wish it was on Amazon, because that one would have been fun to do a watch party of, I think.
What are you watching again?
When am I watching it?
What are you watching?
Oh, Friday the 13th.
God damn it.
That's right. So that's it for this episode. We're going to go ahead and say goodbye to everybody out there in Twitch land before we end the show. You got anything to tell those people?
I'm hungry.